Hello students, welcome to EPG Pakshala. I am Dr. Sanjala Babuta from Department of Pharmaceutics, Faculty of Pharmacy, Jamia Hamdard. Today we are going to discuss about a module, nail products under the paper cosmetics. Now the objective of this module is to make you understand about the nail structure, the nail varnish, which is going to include the types of nail varnish, the basic ingredients needed to prepare a nail varnish, the formulation of a nail varnish, top nail lacquer brands available in the market, and evaluation of nail lacquer. Then we are also going to study about the nail varnish remover, the mechanism behind the working of the nail lacquer remover, types of nail enamel remover, miscellaneous nail products. Now coming to the structure of nail. The structure of nail has been shown in figure. A nail consists of following parts. Number 1, the nail root. It is also known as germinal matrix. This is the part of the nail which sits under the skin. The root starts with finger or toe and ends at the nail base. The roots are connected to the blood vessels which provides nutrients for the growth of nail. Lanula. It is also referred as half moon. This is the part of the nail seen as a wide curved piece near the nail base. The main function of lanula is that it is necessary for the formation of nail. The third part is cuticle. Cuticle is also known as eponychium. It is situated between the nail plate and the skin. It restricts the entry of the water into the skin. Continuing with the nail structure, the next part is perioncium. It is situated between the nail plate and the skin. Sometimes the nail grows into the pericorneum, causing a hanged nail. The next part is the nail plate. It is the hard, brittle area of the nail to which the nail lacquer is applied. It is made up of keratin and has translucent appearance. But as the blood vessels are present beneath it, that is why nail plate appears to be pink. The top of the nail plate has smooth surface, whereas the bottom has grooves that assist the nail plate to be attached with the nail bed. The next part is the nail bed. It is situated between the nail plate. It is not actual part of the nail, but it is a very important part for the growth of the nail. It provides strength to the nail. Then free edge. It is the part of the nail which appears as whitish. This part of the nail does not receive any nourishment from the blood vessels. Nail varnish. The most important group of manicure products, that is preparation used for the care of nail, is nail varnish, which is a viscous liquid system consisting of film formers used to decorate the nails. There are few characteristics for an ideal nail lacquer. It should be innocuous to the nail and the skin. It should be easy and convenient to apply. It should exhibit good stability. It should produce film with satisfactory characteristics like sufficient flexibility, uniform thickness, color, good gloss and adhesion. It should also be capable to produce a hard, non-tacky film with satisfactory drying properties. The various types of nail varnishes are base coat nail varnish, top coat nail varnish, gel nail varnish and matte nail varnish. Now let us study about the base coat nail varnish. It is generally employed to apply on the nail surface before the nail polish in order to minimize the appearance of ridges which are commonly observed on unbuffed nails. Their coating provides strength to the nails and helps in the firm adherence to the nail. They are helpful in restoring the moisture in the nails. The top coat nail varnish. Top coat nail varnish is a clear lacquer and generally consists of manganese biellate. It is commonly available by the name of quick drying. It is used after application of nail lacquer so that it acts as a barrier and prevents the film from chipping and peeling. Moreover, it assists in the drying of the underlying lacquer. The gel nail varnish. Gel polish consists of methacrylates, which is used in the same manner as traditional nail lacquer. Methacrylate is added as bonding material. It sets more rapidly and sticks strongly to the surface of nail. Gel nail varnish, unlike other nail lacquers, is difficult to remove from the nail. Matte nail varnish, also known as the regular varnish, is available in various textures and shades. They are commonly used to give a dull finish to the nail lacquer. These types of nail polish are capable of producing different appearance. These types of nail comprises of styralconium hectorite, which is a thickening agent. Film forming materials. These agents are added to nail lacquer to impart resistance to abrasion. Nitrocellulose is an example of film former, which is a cellulose nitrate and produces tough, hard and water-resistant film. It is obtained when sulfuric acid and nitric acid are reacted with cotton. There are different categories of nitrocellulose which are characterized on the basis of viscosity in organic solvent. For examples of film former include cellulose acetate butylate, ethyl cellulose, cellulose acetate and vinyl polymers. Plasticizers. Plasticizers are the material used to produce flexible and non-brittle films so that the film remains on the surface of the nail after the evaporation of solvents. In this way, the film gets well adhered and does not flake off unnecessarily. Plasticizers like dibutyl phthalate and sulfonamides, camphor phosphates and citrates, which are commonly employed, improves the flow property of nail varnishes and help in improving the gloss of the film. The plasticizers have been categorized into two groups. The first group include solvent plasticizer, which are generally high molecular weight esters exhibiting low volatility and high melting point, and they act as solvent for film forming material. The second group includes non-solvent plasticizer, which act as softening agents like castor oil. An ideal plasticizer should have the following characteristics. Number one, they should be miscible in all the ratios with the solvent and other excipients. They should be inert to the skin and nails. They should possess low volatility. They should be capable of increasing the flexibility and adhesion of the nail varnish. They should not result in discoloration, degradation of the finished product, and most important, they should be stable. Solvents. To obtain the desired viscosity of film forming material, solvents are important. Some of the commonly used solvents includes ethyl acetate, ethanol, isopropyl acetate, butanol, xylene, hexane, etc. These solvents are mainly categorized into three major groups. Number one, solvents like acetone or ethyl acetate having low boiling point up to 100 degrees centigrade. Then the solvents having medium boiling points in the range of 100 to 150 degrees centigrade like N-butyl acetate. And the third one, high boiling point solvents, that is the ones having more than 150 degrees centigrade like cellosorb, cellosorb acetate, butyl cellosolve. Dyes and pigments are generally used to impart different colors and shades to the nail polish. These agents should disperse well, should be resistant to chemicals that are usually present in soaps, detergents, and should be non-staining. Some of the examples of dyes and pigments include ferric ferrocyanide, chromium oxide greens, carmine, chromium hydroxide, titanium dioxide, and iron oxide. In addition to the conventional pigment, nail lacquers sometimes also contain iridescent materials like guanine, which is a crystalline substance. It is obtained from the scales and body of various fishes. The material has high refractive index and it also has a pearly luster and brilliance. Pigments are generally categorized as natural and synthetic. Natural one includes guanine, which is available in a nitrocellulose butyl acetate lacquer at a level of about 11%, and the synthetics are bismuth oxychloride and mica coated with titanium dioxide. Now, what are opacifying agents? Opacifying agents are the whitening agents which are added to impart different shades. Titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are the examples of opacifying agents. Insoluble lakes are usually incorporated in the majority of nail lacquer to generate a suitable shade together with titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is used to impart opacity and to generate pale shades, whereas iron oxides are employed to generate brown and tan shades. Adhesive polymers. They confirm the adherence of the film former to the surface of the nails. Resins are the adhesive polymers capable to impart gloss, adhesion, and often to increase the hardness of films. Examples of two commercially available resins of the aryl sulfonamides formaldehydes are Xantolite MHP and Xantolite MS 80%, of which the former is harder and is capable to increase the nitrocellular film hardness and impart gloss, whereas the latter increases the moisture resistance and forms film of greater flexibility. Shellac, benzoin, and sungdarak are some natural resins used as adhesives. Sulfonide formaldehyde resin is an example of synthetic resin. Resins consist of polymerization products of acrylic acid and its derivative and may be used in the nitrocellulose composition. It has been claimed that this will overcome the inherent disadvantage of nail varnishes such as shrinkage during drying, peeling at the edge of the nail, discoloration, thickening of the enamel by evaporation of the volatile ingredient when stored in poorly stoppered container, and failure to achieve proper gloss and durability. Thickening agents. The purpose of adding thickening agents in the formulation is to maintain the solid particles in the suspended form. Steralconium hectorite is a common agent used to provide thickness to the product. These agents show thixotropy and their solutions are viscous. All these characteristics help to produce a film that quickly rigidifies. Ultraviolet absorbers. Now these are added into the formulation as they help in avoiding the color change of the dry film when exposed to sunlight. Benzophenone 1 and its derivatives are the common example of UV-like stabilizers which avoid degradation of other ingredients of the nail lacquer product from the effect of UV light. Diluents. Diluents are generally added to nail lacquer in order to stabilize the viscosity of product. Moreover, diluents reduce the overall cost of the product. Some common example of diluents include ethyl alcohol, butyl alcohol, and isopropanol. Suspending agents. Suspending agents are added into the formulations which have thixotropic characteristics, and the various types of suspending agents employed are clays. The modern trend towards highly pigmented and pearlescent nail lacquer has led to the critical assessment of the ability of traditional nail lacquer formula to suspend these materials at high concentrations. Additionally, consumers have reacted against products showing out settled material, and thus systems have been developed to avoid sedimentation so that they are technically superior and have enhanced customer acceptance. The suspension properties are obtained by creating a thixotropic system with the use of pre-treated colloidal clays. These clays increase the viscosity of the system to such an extent that the heavy oxide pigment remains in the suspended form. When a shear force is applied to the system by shaking or by brushing the product across a nail, the viscosity drops sharply, allowing a smooth application. On standing, these systems again regain their high initial viscosity. This is a typical nail lacquer base, right? And it contains nitrocellulose, which acts as a film former, shellac, which is a resin, camphor, which is a plasticizer, dibutyl phthalate, again a plasticizer, butyl acetate and ethyl acetate, which acts as solvent, toluene and isopropanol as diluents. Now, what are the various steps which are involved in the preparation of a nail lacquer? In a mixer, about 75% of the solvent is added to the diluents. Under constant stirring, nitrocellulose and solvents are added. The plasticizer and resins are added under constant stirring. The obtained clear lacquer is passed through the filter press. Pigmented chips are added under continuous stirring, and the prepared nail lacquer is packed and stored. As nail lacquers are highly inflammable, that's why their filling and packaging should be done carefully, that is, under the fire-proof conditions. The various top nail lacquer brands available in India are by Lakme, Color Bar, Elle, Chambord, Inglot and Lotus. Once a nail lacquer has been formulated, it is evaluated for various parameters. The first one in this category is abrasion resistance. This test helps in determining the wear resistance of the film. Abrasion resistance is an important parameter which decides the period of nail paint coating. It is determined by periodic analysis of applied coating on the nail. The Tabor abrasor is commonly used to determine the abrasion resistance. Then the second test is the adhesion test. A good coating should adhere to the surface of the nail. Cellophane tape adhesion is a common technique used to determine the adhesion. In this test, a coating of lacquer is applied, then scribed with a blade. A cut is made ½ inch wide and 1 inch high. A piece of cellophane tape is laid over the surface of coating. The tape is then pulled and removed rapidly. Percentage of coating material removed is an indicator of nail lacquer adhesion. Color. Color strength is determined by comparing the test sample with the standard after application on a black and white chart. Drying time. The performance of a lacquer directly relies on the volatility properties of its solvent and hence on its drying. To evaluate the drying time, a thin layer of lacquer is spread on a glass plate and the time taken for it to dry is recorded. The complete drying is observed by pressing the film with a finger so that no sign is retained on the surface of the film. A good lacquer film should dry out within 3 minutes. Viscosity. Brookfield viscometer is commonly employed to determine the viscosity of the sample by placing 200 gram quantity of it in a 8 ounce closed jar. The jar must be covered in order to reduce the solvent loss. At 25 degrees centigrade, an optimized nail lacquer should exhibit a viscosity about 400 to 600 CPS. Non-volatile contents or solids. Excessive solid content affects the application durability of the film. Dish method is generally employed to evaluate the solid content. About 1 to 2 grams of lacquer is poured into a tarred dish which is having a diameter of about 2.5 inches. The gross weight of the dish containing the sample is determined. The solvent of the sample is allowed to evaporate by placing it in an oven at a temperature of 105 plus minus 2 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. After drying the sample, the weight of solid residue is calculated. Percent solid contents should be 29% for all the nail lacquers. Now let us study about the nail varnish removers. A nail lacquer is generally washed out or removed by the nail varnish remover. Generally, nail varnish remover comprises of organic solvent like acetone. Acetone can also be used to remove artificial nails which are typically made up of acrylic and gel nails. Nail lacquer dissolves the ingredient of the nail lacquer and helps in the removal of nail lacquer. Some of the important ingredients of nail lacquer polish removers include solvents, emollients and moisturizers, preservatives, lipids, vitamins, perfumes and coloring dyes. Now let us understand the basic mechanism behind the working of a nail lacquer remover. On applying the nail lacquer, the film former like nitrocellulose cross-polymerizes and produce a mesh-like structure. On applying nail lacquer remover on it, the organic solvent gets occupied in the void spaces of the mesh and disintegrates the cross sections in the film. Finally, the film gets solubilized in the nail lacquer remover solvent. Some of the important ingredients of a nail polish remover includes solvents, emollients and moisturizers, preservatives, lipids, vitamins, perfumes and coloring dyes. Types of nail enamel remover. The nail enamel removers are classified into 4 types depending upon their composition. Type 1 consists of solvent blends and a small amount of oily ingredient. Class 2, also known as non-smearing enamel, and it consists of water miscible solvents and water. Type 3 consists of soap, waxes and solvents. And type 4 consists of hydroxypropyl cellulose. Miscellaneous nail products. Nail dryer, plastic fingernails, cuticle remover, nail repair color and many other are the various miscellaneous nail products. So let us study them in detail. Nail dryers. Nail dryers are aerosol formulations which makes use of the rapid evaporation of a propellant to speed up the drying of freshly enameled nail by drawing off the solvent present in the nail varnish. Sometimes drying is combined with the deposition of the transparent film of the oil over the freshly applied enamel to reduce its tackiness and to prevent it from smearing if touched. Plastic fingernails and elongators. Plastic fingernails and elongators are likely used to improve the cosmetic appearance of damaged or short, stubby nails. Cuticle removers, they remove the overgrown cuticles. Nail repair colors, they strengthen and prevents the nail from breaking, peeling and splitting. Nail repair antibite, it has bitter taste that is helpful in stopping nail biting habit. It forms a film on the nail which is not easily washable. Nail magic buffers, they help in promoting the production of natural nail moisture and prevents them from drying out. They also assist in equalizing the ridged nails. Nail brighteners. They mask the slight discolorations which are present on the nails. Nail white pencil. They are used to highlight and accentuate the nail tips. Cuticle balsams. They enable to moisturize the cuticles and prevents them from drying out. They are used to support the growth of the nail. Nail repair mat. They prevent nail damage, and nail balsam, they moisturizes the nail. So students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. Nail polish is a viscous liquid comprising of film formers and other components intended to be applied to the nails to decorate them. The objective of using a film former like nitrocellulose in nail polish is to leave a thin coat over the nail which is capable to glamorize the nail and also provide protection. Chemicals generally employed to remove nail polish includes acetone and ethyl acetate. Resins are added in nail polish as it helps in the formation of a film which sticks more strongly to the nail. Plasticizers are capable to make a flexible film of nail polish coating. Benzophenone 1 is an example of ultraviolet stabilizer. Nail polish removers act by occupying in between the polymer chains in the nail polish and is capable to separate the chains and remove the nail polish. Thank you.